Hello guys, welcome once again. In the last video I have shown you how to connect your Visual Basic project with the MySQL database. So basically I have shown you how to check connection with the database and how to write the code to check connection with MySQL database. And when I click this check connection button, it shows me the message box which says if the connection is successful or not. Right now my connection is successful with the database. Now in this video I will show you how to create a login page, a simple login page with your MySQL database and Visual Basic project. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter a username here and a password here, and when I click this login button it should check into the database for the username and password. So this is my MySQL workbench, and in here I have a database called database, and in here I have a table in the database called edata, and there are two columns in this table for username and password. So basically what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to check username and password from the database and validate those username and password whatever I enter here, and then if the username and password is present in the database I'm going to say that login is successful. Otherwise, if the username and password is not present in my database, then my validation is not successful, so I will show some message that login is not successful. So let's get started and let me show you how you can achieve this. So basically what I have done is I have taken two labels for username and password. So take two labels from your toolbox, these kind of labels, and drag and drop into your form, and take two text boxes from the toolbox and drag and drop into your form. Plus I have taken a button in here to validate my username and password, and that's all you need to do. So just take these all items and just change the text of this label as username and password, and I have changed the name of these text boxes as textbox underscore username for this text box and textbox underscore pass for this text box. So this text box is for username and this text box is for the password. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this login button and double click it, and in here I'm going to write the code to validate my database for the login data. So if you remember, in the last video we have written the code to connect to your database, right? So in here we have declared object of MySQL connection class. So this MySQL con object I'm going to use in this video also. So basically what I'm going to do here is, in the last video I've shown you how to write the code to check connection. So I will just double click this button, and in here I'm copying all the code from here in between the private sub button click event to the end sub, and I'm going to copy all the code so that I don't need to repeat all the things once again, and I'm going to just edit this code a little in order to check the username and password in the database. Okay, so basically you have this MySQL con, which is this object from MySQL connection database, and so I have created a new instance of this MySQL con, and in the last video itself I have shown you how to provide the connection string which checks whether or which connects to the MySQL database with these credentials of the server, which is localhost in my case, username or user ID, password, and the database name. Okay, so if you don't understand these things, just watch the last video. I have already explained how this works. Now I have also, in the last video, I have created this try catch code or try catch block for catching any exceptions for MySQL. So I'm going to use this block once again, and instead of just, I will delete this message for successful connection, and in here I'm going to write the code to check the connection with the database, or check the username and password in the eData table. So let's write the code. So first of all, we need to write a command which executes the query, the database, right? So on the top where we have declared dim mysql con as a mysql connection, just below this I will write dim once again, and I'll name this as command as MySQL command. Okay, so this class gives the ability to query the database. So now I'm going to copy this command object from here, and in my try catch block, after my connection is open with the database, I will just copy this here, and I will say is equal to new MySQL command. Okay, this will create a new instance of the command. You can also, what you can do is you can just declare this on top of your try block also, right? But it's better to use it after you open the connection with the database, which is this mysqlcon.open. Now this commands takes two arguments. One is the query string, and second is this MySQL connection object. So in here we are going to write a query, or what we can do instead is we can say, or just we can say that my dim query as string. So we declare a string variable here, and now what we are going to do is in this query string we will assign a query. So in this double quotes, just write a query, select star from your database dot table. So in my database I have the database called database, and the table name is eData. So that's what I'm writing here. Select star from the database dot the table name, where then I will check for the username and password. So I will write username and passwords. My username column name is user underscore name, and password column name is password, right? So I will write where user underscore name is equal to, and then I will give here first of all double quote, then a single quotations, then I will say give this 2n% signs. Okay, no, this will go other way around. Here I will give first of all single quotes, so this was the earlier, then I will give single quotes, and in between double quotes, and then I will say this, I will give this ampersand sign